All right, here we are again. Thank you, everybody, for sticking around. So we're here with Chandra today from Clairvoyant, and we're really excited. This is an exhibitor company at our event today. So hello, how are you, Chandra? All good?
I'm doing great. Thank you very much, Rita.
Thank you. So, really briefly, you're the co-founder, so you created this company back in 2012. So that was a while ago, and it is now a leading data science and engineering company. There's a lot to talk about to you today. We have 20 minutes. You have a presentation with you. So I would say the stage is yours. If you want to see if it's running, up and running, and then I'll just hide myself and you will be the king of the stage.
Thank you, Rita. Hope you guys can hear me and see me.
All good.
All right, thank you. First of all, good afternoon, everyone, and thank you all for joining us. I really appreciate taking time. And a big shout out for all the work done by TJF and team. You guys are awesome. And before I get started, I have a lot of my colleagues at the various booths today. So if you guys have any questions, anything we do, any kind of feedback you have, feel free to reach out to any one of my colleagues or me for the rest of the day. That said, we are a enterprise data engineering and data science company. We are headquartered based out of Phoenix, Arizona, and I'm the co-founder and CEO with several of my colleagues here to today talk about our journey and talk a little bit about what kind of work we do and how we can help potentially any future colleagues of mine and see what kind of paths we can create for you. Uh, again, I'll quickly go to the next slide. This is our vision. Again, I can spend hours and hours talking about just this particular slide, but today I'll only spend a minute. Has been our vision since 2012 to advance humanity by helping enterprises unlocking the true potential of data. We have started this company as a data science product company. Now, since then, we got into more services arm, and we do have massive data engineering services. But we started with a fundamental belief that enterprises will go through a massive data revolution between 2012 to 2020, which was we all have seen. And I'm very proud to say that our company has been very instrumental part of it when we are out there leading in some of the very advanced data platforms, modern data platforms, building and helping customers adopt and embrace it. And now the next 5 to 10 years, where do we see ourselves? We are huge believers in enterprise data science or enterprise AI adoption, and that's where we see future is going. Cloud, data science, and data engineering. That's a wonderful combination with a human capital right behind it, empowering all of this kind of stuff. And that's where we see mid-sized enterprises will go towards, and that is what Clairvoyant is going towards. And we have a wonderful team that's already there. We are about 550 engineers in the company already, and we are very excited about the potential opportunities and where the industry in general is heading towards. Without boring you too much about the values, here is what we believe in, what will make any potential employee successful at Clairvoyant. What do we believe? Where do we emphasize in terms of values? One thing I want to focus is continuous learning. You will hear this theme throughout my presentation, and if you choose to join Clairvoyant, this is one theme you will hear. We fundamentally believe that every 18 months, technology keeps getting updated, and if we don't keep up pace with that, whether it is cloud, whether it is Java, whether it is front end, whether data engineering, data science, doesn't matter. Any technology work keeps updating every 18 months, and we have to keep up to date, including me, the entire Clairvoyant team of 500 plus engineers. We all go through various learning activities throughout the year. We have a huge emphasis on learning, and this is the reason why I'm highlighting this, is especially some of you who have good, strong enterprise background but may not have enough data engineering or something you want to pursue. You may not have that kind of expertise. Yes, but that's your future goal. We have tracks to help you out. We have tracks to help set you up for your professional journey while you are with us. So continuous learning is a big thing for us. Uh, as of today, just a quick overview. We are a $40 million company. and deep services and expertise in end-to-end data adoption cycle. That's one place we heavily play, and everything we do is somehow evolved and around weaved around the data. In addition, we actually do have a product, Cogni, which is a sensitive data protection, and it's more. If you are familiar with GDPR, CCPA, it helps organizations look into large volumes of unstructured data and detecting sensitive data. But that's a product offering, and we were pretty success with a lot of global brands. I'll come in a minute in to show some of our customers before I get to other steps. But before I go there, just to show you in terms of how do and what do we do with an enterprise when we are with a customer, when we are with an potential engagement, how do we see ourselves? This slide gives you a quick overview of how do we approach it. From a proposition perspective, we can help our customers with information management, insights management, and intelligence management. And as you can see, powered by our offerings, as we call it, data engineering, data cloud operations, and data AI. And that's how we have different teams leading our efforts, helping our customers manage different phases of their data journey. And depending on where they are in their enterprise cycle, we have offerings and suitable teams available for each of these sessions. And obviously, our ultimate goal and where we try to focus, where we try to help customers is like first step of managing, building a data platform that can help you get all your data into one place is great, and making sure that this platform stays up and running so you have reliability in what you're trying to do, whether it's simple reporting or anything on top, is the second step. Those two are the two things we heavily involved in. But the real nirvana for enterprises, a real place where we get excited, is how do we turn this data into an asset? How do we help build a product for you? How do we help you focus on a revenue driver, move the needle as we speak internally? And that is where our real expertise comes in helping organizations really leverage the value of data. Before I proceed further, we place a huge emphasis on design thinking and customer experience because, let's call it out, data, as much as engineers, all of us are very excited about dealing with data. The end customer stakeholders, for them, data in itself is in its raw format is not that exciting. So the only way you can make them realize the true potential of what we are building is to provide them a very intuitive way to interact with data, very easy way to understand how to realize or how to see the potential of what we are building out. So that is why design thinking and customer experience is extremely important for us. And we have our in-house lab studios, design studio that is extremely focusing on just that one portion. And that's why you see a lot of emphasis on front-end technologies and design as we speak and as our jobs are offered in our job board. Next slide is very similar slide previous one, but here we got one level down in terms of what we actually do in each of these things. In cloud and data operations, we heavily focus on cloud automation and scaling, reducing the risk and high availability and things like that that are extremely important for all of the enterprises once you are in production. And the left and right hand side, as you can easily see, data engineering is the focus of building the data platform and ensuring the data can move in a very reliable fashion, and with all the checks and data quality related stuff is done. Extreme right is actually what we call the data product building and enabling enterprises to really see the true potential. In between, you see that's our real backend, analytics, AI, ML, and that's where we try to keep improving what our offering today is and getting in front of right customers to figure out what kind of problems we can actually help solve using the foundation we help lay them using the other three pillars, so to speak. So this is how we help transformation businesses, and this is how we engage. And again, depending on the customer, they can choose one pillar, multiple pillars, all pillars. From our standpoint, we have expertise in all of them. Quick look at our existing customers. Again, a lot of well-known brand names you can see, and we have heavy US customer focus right now. I know that we have a lot of Canada audience here. We opened our office in Kitchener, outside of Toronto, Kitchener downtown, and for a reason, because we already have a couple of customers in Canada. But more than that, we wanted to increase our presence both from the engineering product build standpoint to tap into local talent, But we also have some plans to expand into Canada in terms of more business opportunities too, because we don't look at our Canada office just as one more center, but we actually look as a more strategic arm for us to keep expanding our offerings, our customers, of course, our engineering talent. So I'll quickly get in touch with our partnership, because in the industry we are in, it's very important to understand technology is changing really, really fast, and we have to stay focused on what kind of things are happening using our partner channels. We stay extremely focused on partners. We work very, very closely with our partners to make sure where the industry is going, so that we can help lead our customers in the right direction, because ultimately our customers rely on us. So that is why if you choose to join Clairvoyant, it's very important to make sure that you understand our partners. Obviously, depending on your interest, your skill set, and our need, you will be working with one of these implementation partners. And we expect to make sure that you're staying very close with industry trends, because that's the part that we really emphasize a lot, because industry is moving extremely fast, and it's important to make sure we are staying on top of the big trend movers out there. That is where we try to emphasis on partners. So some of the immediate goals: Clairvoyant at 10 next year, 2022 December, we'll finish our 10 years anniversary. We set some aggressive goals for us last year summer. Yes, COVID came, and we taught all of us how to work from home remotely, and unfortunately a lot of things happened around us, but we never moved away from our goal. We never changed our goal. We kept extremely focused. Our aggressive goals for 2022 and beyond. A couple of things I want to focus is in a Clairvoyant Learning Academy. As I mentioned before, we have an internal training path designed to make sure engineers go through a very structured training to become what we call Clairvoyant practitioners. A practitioner is somebody who is very comfortable dealing with multitude of technologies and dealing with customers in terms of creative problem solving. So whether you have 10 years experience, 1 year experience, or 25 years experience, doesn't matter. We put you in some sort of a flavor of training throughout your journey at Clairvoyant, and that's very important for us. We're focusing a lot to be employer of choice. We're relatively new in Canada, so we are very happy to say that our employees actually participate a lot in designing our benefits package and how we operate and how we appeal, all kinds of things. So if you somebody who is interviewing with us, obviously whatever you like, tell us. In case if you don't like something that we have to offer, please tell us, because we love to have that feedback so that we can improve from together as a team. We are expanding on existing offerings. As I mentioned, there's 4 pillars. We are actually starting 2 new practices. One is enterprise AI practice, and the other one is GCP, Google Cloud, very specific to Google Cloud. Because on AWS, we already have a very strong presence, and so is Cloudera, and we have some presence in Azure too. But GCP, we have started in the last 1 year, great presence there, but we want to expand that beyond what it is today. So we'll continue to expanding our existing, but focus on 2 new practice creations. The end goal is to make sure that we continue to care for our customers, and every small, big, medium, every customer, every employee are very, very important for us. And that emphasis on hand holding and emphasis on helping customers is what we try to bring to the table. As I mentioned, continuous learning is something very, very strong for our background, and we believe in growing together as a team. So if you are out there and if you're looking for a career shift or new opportunity or new challenge, here are some other openings. We have a lot more openings than I could put on this slide. My colleagues will are very happy to walk you through in these various forums. And as I mentioned, even if you don't have this skill set, but this is a track or this is a profession journey you like to go, feel free to reach out to us. We might be able to help you in different ways using our in-house learning academy. This is my final slide before we get to questions. We are a very charged up team. As I mentioned, we are 500 plus engineers. We're very ambitious, and we strongly believe that we built a wonderful platform from where we can go to some really big places. So if you choose to join us, we can guarantee that it'll be exciting for you and a lot of interesting opportunities and problems to go after. All right, that's my last slide.
Thank you. Thank you, Chandra, once more. Would you be able to close the presentation so we can see you bigger? And we have someone that asked to come on stage. Let's see. It didn't work out before. Where are you now? There we go. Let's try and show Saled. Are you okay? I'm showing Saled. I thought he had a question. Let's see. We have someone else. Okay, let's hand mic to Deepanita then. Hello.
Hello. Good afternoon.
Hello. Do you have a question then?
Yes, please. Yeah. So I am very happy and excited to know that you guys would like to include members who want to pursue a track but may not have enough experience. So I have some experience with data science, and I have been working as a I have been working in data analytics and as a data scientist, and I would want to pursue more on this field. So I would be really happy if I could talk to somebody in your organization and think if we have a job prospect that might be fit for my profile.
First of all, thank you for reaching out. I have my wonderful colleagues out there, your future colleagues potentially on the booths. You can feel free to talk to them. But to your point about, I'm glad to hear that you see this is a good thing that we're offered tracks. But it's not just because we are something special. If you take a moment, the industry itself needs a lot more data engineering, more data science professionals. There's not enough out there. So this is an essential thing for every company to figure out how do we train the existing tech people into that new skill set that everybody needs. So yes, very glad to meet you, and we're happy to help you. Feel free to reach out to us.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Deepanita. Thank you very much. So let's go and check one of the questions we have here. So somebody was asking before, since data science serves to augment business from other, I'm sorry, this went out of place. Let me say again. Since data science services to augment businesses from other industries, would a non-traditional approach to getting into data science be advantageous? For example, if you're coming from electricity engineering, I think this goes along the lines that you were just discussing, right? What would you say?
So, good question. This is what we call SME, subject matter expertise. I think that's what you're referring to. If you're coming from an industry, whether it's a medical industry or electrical engineering in this case, or automobile industry, if you have industry experience, always a plus. So we definitely put a lot of emphasis on that. But at the same time, in terms of what you should expect once you join a company like us, and once you go through proper orientation, is the work will heavily on the technical side. Obviously, the subject matter expertise is very useful, but end of the day, please understand that we are a technology company. We are software engineering company. So the work will be heavily focused on that. So we expect you to have some programming background or at least some programming interest to pursue. Otherwise, it becomes very difficult that you won't become just not that you're asking that question. We don't have too many people that are just SMEs not doing enough coding, so to speak. So coding is essential part of any SMEs we look at.
Very good. Let's try and invite another person on stage for a question. Hello, Abhishek? Are you there?
Abhishek.
Yes, I'm here, guys. Can you hear me?
Hi. Yes, we can hear you. Go ahead with your question, please.
Yes, so firstly, I just want to say that I'm very excited about your company and I love the presentation. I have some background in engineering. I've done my bachelor's in engineering and master's in engineering. Unfortunately, I do not have any hands-on experience, as most of the companies, even for entry-level roles, are looking for 2 to 5 years of experience. So that has been a real big problem for me. So I would love to join your company. And like I said at the offset, I do not have any job experience, but I've learned engineering in my degree. So I would love to join your company as a fresher, and hopefully you guys are willing to accept freshers.
Thank you.
Yeah, so first of all, Abhishek, thanks for reaching out. And there are a few other people who put that question about interns and freshers. So let me answer this. 22 years ago, I don't have any experience. I joined the industry as a fresher too. Everybody has to start their journey from college. So I totally understand what you guys are asking. And yes, we do hire interns and freshers. We actually have a program just designed for it. That we help. Some of our existing employees in Canada actually came through very similar channel. Answer to your question, yes. And yes, we understand you don't have a lot of hands-on expertise, which is not expected. As long as you have passion for learning and interest in quickly learning what is out there is the important part. If you have those two things, we can talk again, go to our booth and my colleagues can really help you. We have a lot of places where we help already existing people. And in fact, 2 colleagues today out there actually came through that path. They might be able to even help you with more details.
Very good. We'll try and very last question. So Sally, are you there now? Do you have a question for us? For Chandra, I mean. Hello? It's not working.
He's on mute. Yeah.
Right. Microphone is not working. I'm going to try the next person then. And last person. Hi, someone there? Do you have a question for Chandra? Hello,
yeah,
hello.
Hi.
Yeah.
Hi.
Yeah, I am an automation graduate from the University of London, and I have about nearly 20 years experience, but the different field in construction field, because I got the job in different field, so I got the different field. So I want to basically when I was participate my interviews in last couple of years in Denmark, I faced 3 interviews. They asked question about my field in automation, because I applied for automation field. So I don't have experience in my field. I engage in some different field in my, because I'm now in local, I'm working to local government now, like a building construction and facility maintenance field. So I face very difficulty to answer the questions while in Denmark. While facing interview, they ask practical questions. So I want to fix my thing. Yeah.
You have tips on
Don't
that?
worry. Again, so when you say automation, I'm assuming you are talking about some software automation, just to make sure that when you say automation, it has something to do with software automation, right?
Yeah. Like compiler 8051, like my provision, my software, like
we have to wrap up, guys. Sorry. Let's wrap up, please.
Feel free to reach out to our booth. Long story short, quick answer is yes, we can help you, even if you don't have expertise. But we just want to make sure you are, whatever your ambition, wherever you want to go, matches with what we do. Because automation is a very generic word. I don't want to commit anything yet. We want to hear a little bit more about what's your interest, so my colleagues can help you at the booth.
Thank you. Yes, that's an invitation we'll leave for everybody. So thank you again, Chandra, and thank you again for everybody who was here at the session asking questions and coming on stage. Go to the booth and see you around. Enjoy the rest of the event. Thank you again. Bye-bye.
Thank you, guys. Bye.